Coach Mike, education right, creating life, it's a beautiful life. With Coach Mike, he'll get you right, creating life.
Welcome to the Realtor Life Podcast, a part of BND TV's weekly lineup. I am your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, also a realtor and business coach. Thank you for joining us today. We have another phenomenal guest lined up for you, but before we bring them on, I want to remind you that we are streaming live to the Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm business Facebook page and YouTube channel. So for those tuning in live, we invite you to participate in the show by sharing your comments and questions in the live chat. Your engagement means a lot to us. Now, if you have any real estate needs, whether it's buying a house, selling your current property, or even considering a career in real estate, or exploring a new brokerage opportunity, stick around after the show for a very special message just for you. Now, let's get to the exciting part of our show. I am delighted to introduce our special guest for today. I'm bringing to the stage our special guest. He's a real estate professional. He's the owner and broker of Greenwood Realty Group and also the founder of the Mansa Academy. Let me bring to the stage Mr. Chris Jones.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for having me, Mike.
There you go. What's going on, my man? Look, before we dive into the conversation, let me take a moment to share the motivation behind the show for maybe those that are just tuning in for the first time. With 18 years of experience in the real estate industry, I've noticed that real estate professionals aren't always appreciated as they should be, right? Clients, customers, even some of my colleagues tend to overlook the fact that we are people too, with our own passions and multifaceted personalities. So I wanted to create this platform to give real estate professionals like yourself the opportunity to showcase their diverse interests and talents beyond real estate. And along the way, we may offer a bit of coaching to help everyone succeed. So before we get going in that, Chris, I'm sure our audience is going to want to connect with you after the interview. Where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at CJ Sales Texas. That's CJSELLSTX, and that's on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all that good stuff.
There we go. Because CJ selling all the Texas.
Working on it. After you.
Now, that is fantastic, man. Thank you for sharing that. It's great to know more about the wonderful work you do outside of real estate. So we're going to jump into it. I'm going to ask you what I tend to ask all of our guests. Start off here. You know, what hobbies or activities are you and your family a part of outside of real estate?
There's quite a few. So me and my wife, we have a little 1-year-old little girl. She'll actually be 2 next month. So we're doing a lot of things to work with her, get her up to speed and you know, progressing with her development. But you know, we're outdoorsy. We like to go ride bikes. She loves to swim. We got her in swim classes now. She's just loving it. Outside of that, I exercise on a regular, so I can be able to run after since she's walking and running now. So yeah. It's a lot of those little kid events that we're doing now.
I love it. I love it. Well, welcome to the being a parent society. You got your little one. Keeping you busy. She's gonna definitely expand your network of people that you're gonna be around on a consistent basis. So you talked about being outside. You talked about swim. What was it that attracted you about those things as far as getting her involved in those?
Well, even like when my wife was pregnant, and even before that, I'm outdoors anyway. I started a veggie garden in our backyard. So we got an organic garden because I want to be more mindful of what we eat and the quality of the food and everything. So that just escalated when my daughter started eating solids and finding things that she liked. I started experimenting with growing stuff. And when she started walking, I would even take her out even before she could walk and just take her out there with me. So now she loves it. Well, it's too hot now, but before it was 1,000 degrees outside, she liked to go outside and be in the garden with me.
That's awesome, man. So what kind of vegetables you got in that garden, brother? Might need a basket.
Man, I'm gonna say which ones I had because everything's about burnt up now. But peppers, onions, tomatoes, had some herbs, callaloo, and it's a nice variety of things. So we're doing our whole organic urban gardening because like we're closer in the city, so we don't have the hugest yard. So you got to make do with the space you got.
Yeah, I got to make it work, huh?
Yep.
And then you mentioned about you like to work out. You work out a lot. What attracted you about? Why is that important to you?
I always wanted to stay in shape. I was always kind of a slim guy, so I couldn't be a slim guy with a pot belly. So shout out to Misfit Strength out here in Houston, Texas. That's where I go work out, and so I've been going there for years, man. And they tailor a program to whatever your goals are, and I've been sticking with it. And now even more so now that my daughter is up in age, and well, not up in age, but up and running around. So I need to be mobile. So I'm sticking with it now for the time being.
Absolutely, man. Blame it on the kids. Blame it on the kids. So
Gotta step it up now. Gotta ramp it up now.
yeah. So is this something that your wife, does she work out with you as well? Is she into working out and things like that?
She works out. She doesn't work out with me because I do a totally different workout than she would do. But she does her own thing.
Okay, good. So CJ, tell us a little bit about what brought you into real estate. Like how did you get into this business?
So in a former life, I'm an electrical engineer by trade. So I've worked in various different industries, and of course, Houston's really huge with oil and gas. I got into that traveling internationally as an installation engineer. So I was sitting out there in the middle of the ocean in various parts of the world, and wanted to make use of my money. So started getting into a little bit of real estate investing, and I was like, it makes more sense to, hey, why not get into it, representing myself on the projects that I have. So lo and behold, I ended up getting laid off from my job. And it was like almost perfect timing for me to just jump in.
Wow. Okay. So how long have you been in real estate?
This year, 7 years.
Wow. That's a phenomenal story. So what is it that excites you about being a real estate professional?
Well, it's deeper than that to me. I've always had a passion for helping people, even like high school and things like that. I would tutor kids because I've always been like good in math and science. So I was a tutor. I did that all through college too, and volunteer with different organizations. So I've always had a passion for helping people. So this just allows me to fulfill my purpose, and it also makes some decent money to that.
Hey, look, we definitely make some decent money, huh? Now, if you weren't a real estate professional, what do you see yourself doing? You feel like you would still be doing the engineering thing?
I don't think so. So like I was good at what I did with engineering, but it wasn't really my passion, wasn't really my purpose. So I see myself providing some kind of service, some kind of support to people, like in some kind of capacity. I don't know what it would be, but I know that I'll be out finding ways to help people.
Yeah. Yeah. So what it sounds like, CJ, is that it's something that's very important to you is impact. So it would definitely be something where you can impact people's lives.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because especially when it's a lot of people out here that haven't bought homes before, or bought homes and didn't have a good experience, or wanted to know more about the process. I like to not only help out, I like to teach and make sure that everybody's on the same page. And I know they won't know as much as we do as professionals, but I want them to have some type of information on what's coming up next. People feel like they're in the dark.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I can definitely see that from you, brother. And it sounds like you do an excellent job of educating your customer base to put them in the best position to win. So now you are a real estate broker. A lot of people, they just get their license and then they just, they're an agent, but you decided to go to the next level. and then you're actually a broker owner. So kind of walk us through that journey of why you decided to take it to the next level.
And so I'm always striving to improve and to be better. And in addition to that drive that I have to help people, it's not only clients but other realtors too. So my goal was to start a brokerage. I got my broker's license. I'm working on getting the brokerage started where I can sponsor agents that have the same drive and passion that I do to help more people.
That's good stuff, man. So, you mentioned like when you were taking care of the questionnaire, you mentioned about starting the brokerage and getting that going has been one of the biggest challenges for, you being in real estate. So why don't you talk a little bit more about that and what made it so challenging for you?
Well, even preparing to take the broker exam, when you're out here producing and then you already have a schedule full of things already. So then to take time away from that to study, then to take the test, and once you take the test and pass, now it's time to get the broker set up. So it's a lot of paperwork and
Yeah.
a lot of things like that. So it's pretty time consuming.
Well, that's
So
good, man.
to sketch out a little time away from a schedule that you really don't have time to do anything else, it's a bit challenging.
I could definitely see that, man. So, I'm probably going to do some little rapid fire here questions real quick, man, as we begin to
All
close
right,
things out. So, what is the book or books that you've given the most as gifts?
man. There's one, the Four Agreements. I've given that out a lot, and that's so even not just with real estate, but I mentor as well, mentor young men, and that's where the nonprofit, the Master Academy, comes into play, where we mentor young men, knowledge of self improvement and entrepreneurship. But it is some foundational things that they learn with that book, and it's a really short, easy read because our youngsters don't like to read, man. So you got to give them something short.
Yeah,
They got to
yeah,
get it quick or they're gone.
yeah.
But it's a pretty insightful book that I do like to give out. And then also with my realtor partners, there's a book on negotiations called Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss that I like to give out too.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you answering that for me, man. And I definitely don't want to skate over the Mansa project, man. So before we kind of get to some of these other questions, I do want to give you an opportunity to really educate the audience more about that and why you decided to start that and maybe where people can come in and assist with the project.
Okay, well, just a little bit about the Mansa Academy. Is The name stems from Mansa Musa, who was a ruler of the Mali Empire back in the early 1300s, and is the wealthiest person in world history, but it wasn't really talked about, especially during my time in school. And I didn't find out about him until I was an adult. So I wanted to take the spin off of that because Mansa is just another word for king, ruler, emperor. And so we wanted to instill that king mindset in our young men to change their trajectory, especially in our underserved parts of town, especially for the ones that may not go to college, may not have the desire to go to college, but may be interested in entrepreneurship and starting a business. And then in turn, we want to teach them, hey, you can have that business in your community and start recirculating the dollar and gentrify your own community in essence.
Awesome, man. And how long has the Mansa Academy, how long have you been doing it and what kind of things have y'all done so far?
So we're still new, we're still young, but we've been around and COVID messed us up because we were starting right around COVID.
Yeah.
And we're partnering with Mickey Leland College Prep over in Fifth Ward. It's a boys' college prep high school, and getting geared up with that. And COVID came and kind of threw a monkey wrench in, but we're back revamped and working with a new set of guys, young men that are getting ready to go into their later years in high school and getting ready for college. So
Okay.
we do some mentoring with them.
And if somebody wanted to, get involved with the Mansa Academy, what would they need to do, CJ? Are y'all even taking volunteers or, people?
Oh yeah, definitely. So we're taking everything. So if you want to donate, whether it's time or money, we have the forms available on the mansaacademy.org.
Okay. Awesome, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you sharing that with us, CJ, and you keep up the good work because I agree with you. Our young boys, they're important. and they need someone out there that's willing to show them who they really are versus listening to a lot of the narratives that are being shaped and formed around our young men. So
Yeah,
keep up the good work, man. I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So back to my questions. All right. Look, what purchase of $100 or less has made the most positive impact on your life?
$100 or less.
$100 or less. Or in recent memory. So maybe in the last 6 months or in recent memory, $100 or less. What you think?
That's a good question. Let me see. What did I? There's not much you get for $100 nowadays.
That is true, my man. That is true. Yeah, $100 don't go too far.
Man, I would say it really didn't help me, but we found some educational cards and things that for my daughter.
Okay.
And it helps with child development. So like she's already counting like in the up to like 30, and
Oh, wow.
she knows ABC. So I'm really big into getting her set up for success. So that's where the majority of my money's been going, and I hear that it's only going to get worse from here. So
hey, brother,
I'm
you
trying
got
to
a
keep it
long way
under
to
100
go.
for now.
Hey, look, you got a long way to go before that tide
Right.
is cut. So, absolutely. But no, I appreciate that. All right, so look, here's another one. How has a failure or an apparent failure set you up for later success? Like, do you have like a favorite failure of yours that set you up later for a greater gain?
So like I said, I got laid off from my job. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a pretty uprooting experience, and it could lead you into a path of depression if it takes you down that road.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have that drive within yourself to say, hey, like I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm still gonna be great in whatever I do.
Yeah.
It really just motivated me more to get out there and be successful and not like have someone else in control of my destiny.
Hey man, that's a phenomenal response to that question, man. And if we could look at all of our apparent failures that same way, see them as learning opportunities, how much further we would probably be able to make it as we're on this journey of success. So appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
All right.
every L is a lesson.
Absolutely. All right, so look, I'm finna offer you some relief. I know I put some parameters around that last question about something under $100. So I'm gonna just take it off.
Okay.
What is one of the best or most impactful investments that you've ever made? And it could be money, it could be time, it could be energy. But what was the best investment that you've ever made? It's been the most impactful for you.
Man, I would say investing in real estate, like
Okay.
starting to get some of that residual income and some of that sleep money really helps take the edge off, especially when you got shifting markets and you don't know, you don't have that consistency in business like you want. You still have something else helping out. So getting something that, kind of relieves that pressure and relieves that stress is a game changer.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
I know you feel me.
I feel you. I feel you. All right, couple of more questions, man, then we'll be done. So,
All
what is an unusual or absurd thing that you love to do? It'll be unusual to some people or absurd, but man, it's something that you love to do.
Man, I would say garden. Like people are really surprised that I got a garden, man. That I'm growing vegetables in my backyard.
Yeah.
Like out of all my boys, the people that I meet is really rare that I find other brothers doing it.
Yeah. Well, I could imagine, CJ, when you walk in the room, that's not the first thing somebody come to mind. Is like, you know what? I bet that brother do gardening. Like,
Right. It's like who this big 6'4",
right,
6'4" dude walking in here. He's got a little.
Yeah, man. I get when you think of gardening, man, you're not what comes to mind when a person thinks of
Right.
somebody out there got a backyard garden. So I can understand that.
Right.
All right, and then this right here, man, is probably going to hit home, especially with what you're doing with the Mansa Academy. What advice would you give to a smart, driven college or high school student about to enter the real world?
Yeah, I would say somebody just getting in, man, keep your nose down, keep building up your skill set. Don't focus so much on the money just yet, because once you become valuable, the money will come. But you have to put in the work to become valuable. Like, you have to do the things that set yourself apart, but at the same time, be yourself, because we got enough everybody else.
Absolutely. All right, and look, I got a second part to that. What advice should they ignore?
Okay.
What advice should they ignore? You know, we get a lot of advice, and some of it, hey, look, we should ignore it. So, what advice should they not listen to that they may be getting out here?
I would say ignore anything that doesn't align with your purpose, because like we say, you got to have scary goals too. You could even have family members that have, your best interests at heart, but they're also afraid for you. So they'll give you advice, or they'll say comments that really goes against what you're trying to achieve. So sometimes you just gotta, push that to the side. Like, all right, I know you're coming from a good place, but that's not the direction that I'm going.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No, look, really appreciate you sharing that with us, Chris. All right, so look, before I let you go, final words, final thoughts. Is there anything that you want to share to the audience that you didn't get an opportunity to share, or do you have any final words for the people?
Man, my final words would just be, just keep living your truth, fulfilling your purpose. Like, we all have an impact or a desire and a need to be impactful to society. So whatever you're doing, do something to help somebody else.
Absolutely, man. All right, so look, before we wrap up, man, I'd like to express my gratitude to you. You've been an incredible guest today, man. Thank you for joining us today and sharing your valuable insights. Your presence here has definitely made this episode truly special, brother. So I really appreciate that. It's been an
And I
absolute pleasure.
appreciate you having me, man. Really, really, really loved it.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man. Well, look, it's been an absolute pleasure having you, man, on the show today. I wish you so much success, Miss. I wish the Mansa Academy so much success. And me and you gonna cross paths a lot, so it definitely won't be the last time we'll
Right.
chat it up.
Very soon.
Absolutely, man. You enjoy the rest of your day, CJ. Thank you so much.
Hey, you too, bro. All right.
All right. All right. So before we go, man, as always, I got some upcoming events that I want to share with everyone. This week, we're again on BND TV, and every week we go live on Facebook and YouTube. This week, as far as our upcoming shows, we have the Real Estate Happy Hour Live, which is a BND TV show where we go live on Facebook and YouTube with the hosts and special guests. We discuss trending topics, which is our trending topics on Twitter or X, which is the new name. Current events, real estate industry related topics, along with some real estate advice to consumers and realtors. It's a real estate professionals just talking about randomness. The best part of this show is that the audience has the opportunity to get on screen with us and share their thoughts as well. Then we have Real Estate Out the Box. Is something that we do every Tuesday and Thursday, where I showcase a new non-traditional tool or resource for people who want to buy or sell a home or real estate, a non-traditional tool that they probably don't already know about. There are many ways to buy and sell a home, and I showcase them every week. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me so you'll get notified when I go live and I present a new tool or resource that you probably already don't know about on Real Estate Out the Box. All right, so now tomorrow at August 16th at 12 o'clock, Houston Association of Realtors, along with the Houston Black Real Estate Association, Bank of America, Covenant Community Capital, and Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, is putting on a housing attainability webinar. We're going to be discussing turning dreams into reality, and where you're going to be able to learn alternate pathways to home ownership for your clients. Covenant Community Capital has an amazing product and program, and we're going to really dive into it tomorrow. It is a webinar, so make sure you go to the link and register so we can count you in. All right, on Thursday, we do the Prime Real Estate Network, which is another part of the Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm BNDT weekly lineup of shows, where you'll listen to co-founder Larry W. Brooks, as well as our host, Mr. Ricardo Davis. He's my co-host on Monday Night Live, and where they interview some entrepreneurs, where it's an opportunity for you to learn their story, hear what they have to say, and then you can definitely learn more about what they've done, the challenges as it relates to business, and really get these gems that you can utilize and use for your business and to help you grow and to help you succeed. So that's every Thursday at 12 o'clock. It's the Prime Real Estate Network. And so we definitely look forward to you taking advantage of it. All right. Also on this Thursday at 11 o'clock, we have our Lunch and Learn, which is hosted by the Houston Black Real Estate Association. You definitely do not want to miss this Lunch and Learn. We're going to be doing a convention recap where they're going to be talking about the E3 strategy, which was given to us. The vision was given to us by the national president of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, right? The National Houston, our HBREA, is only one of over 100 chapters internationally of the National Association of Real Estate Brokers, and we're going to be blessed with having the national president this Thursday, and she's going to be talking about and laying out her E3 strategy as it relates to empowering members, enriching our communities, and the elevation of the NARAB brand. So that's going to be this Thursday at 11 o'clock. You do not want to miss it. Make sure you register early, whether you're a member or a non-member. Make sure you register early, because if you don't, you're going to be paying a little extra at the door. And there's no need to do that if you already know that you're going. So it's going to be this Thursday at 11 o'clock at the Power Center. All right. Also on Thursday, we're going to be doing Real Estate Career Night. It's something that I do every month. Every month, I become the industry's broker. Hey, look, if your broker won't answer your questions, I'm the broker that's got your back. Hashtag at CEO Coach Mike, the industry's broker. So we're going to be doing it. I'm going to be here at the corporate office, so people will be able to come in, ask me questions, but I'll also be going live on Instagram. So make sure, again, you're following me so you can be notified. Any question is open. Maybe you have a question about real estate. Maybe you have a question about you're thinking about getting into real estate. You're already in it. You're having some challenges with it. Maybe you have all of that going on. Irregardless, come in. Let's sit down. Let's talk through it. You can also learn more about Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. You can learn more about the real estate industry. We'll definitely get you set up and squared away. So that's going to be on this Thursday at 5 o'clock. It is our monthly real estate career night. We love bringing it on. All right. Also this week, we're doing our home buying class that's powered by the Houston Black Real Estate Association. It's broken down into two parts, right? The first part is the orientation that is done on Thursday. So you make sure you got to register. At least you got to register before Thursday, because you have to take the orientation in order to attend the class. The reason that this class is important is because what it does is it allows you the ability to gain access to the many resources that are in our market to help people buy homes, right? So the different down payment assistance resources, the different pseudo programs like Community Land Trust, the single family new construction program that's being done by the county, large tract division with the city. All of these programs require a HUD education certificate. It requires the participant to take part in a HUD certified home buying class. So HBREA does one of these classes every month at no cost. I don't know of any other organizations that do it at no cost. You do it at no cost. You get the full 8 hours. You get the 2 hours of consultation by NID HUD counselor, and you get the certificate, which allows you to be able to qualify for the down payment assistance. Now, this class is not a beginner's class, right? This class is for somebody that's already started the process. They've already spoken to a lender. They already, recognize that they are mortgage ready, and they just want to be able to tap into the down payment assistance resources. So that's what this class is all about. Again, the orientation is at 6 o'clock from 6 to 8 on Thursday, and then the class is from 10 to 2, and that's going to be on Saturday. So make sure you register ASAP. All right. Also on Saturday. Now, this is the beginner's class, right? If you're just thinking about buying a house, you're thinking about, you don't really know where to start. You need some guidance. You need some assistance. Now, this is a class that Brooks and Davis does every month. It's simulcast, which means it's in person. You can attend it in person, or you can attend it virtually over Zoom. And this is where you don't have to give up on your dream of home ownership. You're going to learn about home ownership. You're going to learn about how credit and debt impacts the process. You're going to hear about non-traditional methods and resources, as well as being sure that you'll walk out of this session knowing exactly what your next step to get on a path of owning a home will be. So that's this Saturday at 11 o'clock. Make sure you go to the link. Make sure you register so we can, if you're not attending in person, if you register online, we got to make sure that we send you the log on information. And we definitely look forward to you participating with our pre-home buyer session. Again, we do it every month. The one for August is going to be held on this Saturday. All right. Before we wrap things up, definitely want to invite everybody to come check us out on Social Proof. Social Proof is our link where you're going to hear real people's stories. You're going to hear the real testimonies of how we've changed and impacted people's lives, whether it was buying a house, whether it was selling a house, whether they came on as one of our real estate agents, and through our support and our coaching, you're going to hear from them. You're going to see video testimonies. You're going to hear audio testimonies. You're going to see written testimonies. It's over 60 people's story of how Brooks and Davis has touched them and worked with them. So we encourage you to visit the Social Proof link so you can learn more about it. I also want to encourage you, and I want to invite you all to participate in booking me to come and speak to your people. Right, I have 4 phenomenal classes that I'm looking to educate the city, educate your people around. So if you're interested, definitely go to my website, www.michaelgdavis.com/bookings. My flagship class, The Secret to Managing Stress in Real Estate, is a phenomenal class. The classes, you get 3 CE credits. They are in partnership with the Houston Association of Realtors. So you have to be licensed. You have to be a member to participate. But again, they are life-changing classes. And I definitely encourage you again to visit www.michaelgdavis.com/bookings to participate. All right. And then finally, I want to speak to everyone about our World Changers community. The World Changers community offers a lot of phenomenal benefits. One of those benefits is that you get $100 off of the World Changers table, which is a group coaching opportunity with CEO Coach Mike that we do every week, every Tuesday evening. There are only 4 seats. All you have to do is pay for that seat, but that's where we can dive in and deal with any problems or issues that you can't solve. Again, by joining the World Changers community, which doesn't cost a thing, you'll immediately get $100 that will go towards your next World Changers table appearance. In addition to that benefit, you'll get access to a library of tools and trainings, over 100 videos, which is more than 200 hours of content that just speaks to real estate trainings, different partners that we built relationships with. You'll get access to that library. You'll also get access to a library of non-traditional tools and resources. I go to Instagram and I present these non-traditional tools and resources on a weekly basis. But when you join the World Changers community, you'll get access to a library of all the ones that I've done in the past. So that's another great additive or a great benefit of participating in the World Changers community. Again, it doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is go to www.michaelgdavis.com/sign up. And then when you sign up, then you become a member of the World Changers community, and we can change the world together. Again, if you have a real estate need, like looking to buy a house or putting your house on the market for sale, or maybe you're interested in a career in real estate or looking for a change in brokerage, stay on after the show for a very special message. This has been the Real to Life podcast. I am your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO of Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, Realtor plus business coach. Looking forward to coaching you into the cosmos. It's time to take off, baby. Make it a great one.
Hey there, if you're in the midst of a real estate journey, Whether you're buying, selling, getting licensed, or already licensed, this video is just for you. I've got some outstanding news to share, so stick around. Considering buying a home? We're here to help. We offer, at no cost or commitment, to schedule a showing for any property in the Houston Metroplex. When you choose our firm, we'll be with you every step of the way, guiding you through the process. Want to learn more? Visit our website or give us a call at the number shown. If you're thinking about selling your home, we got some great services to offer, again at no cost or commitment. We can provide a free neighborhood buying and selling activity report showing you the recent market activity in your area. We also offer a free in-person property condition home evaluation where one of our professionals will provide recommendations to help sell your home faster and for more money. When you choose our firm to sell your home, we'll ensure it reaches more active home buyers than any other realtor. To learn more about this, visit our website or give us a call at the number shown. For those of you in the process of getting your real estate license, or if you're already with a brokerage firm and thinking of making a change, we offer, at no cost or commitment, the chance to attend any Brooks and Davis real estate firm training or event. Join our firm and we'll show you how to get everything you want using your real estate license. We believe real estate professionals should have an outstanding quality of life, the freedom of having options, and the ability to pursue what makes them happy. For more information, visit our website or give us a call at the number shown. Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, your trusted partner in real estate.